last time, my sister was adopted by a rich family, and I by a cleaner. In the end, I married a rich young master while she was bullied daily. Full of resentment, she killed me. Now we're both back to life. This time, she chose the cleaner. But she doesn't know her ending will be even worse this time. My sister and I were reborn on the day we were adopted from the orphanage. In the director's office stood two families, the Doughertys and the Burkes. The three members of the Dougherty family were all dressed impeccably. The man was in a suit, and the woman was decked out in fine jewelry. Their only son, Caden Dougherty, was wearing a high school uniform but had on a pair of limited edition collaboration sneakers. This was the most prominent Dougherty family in J-City. Mr. Dougherty was a business tycoon whose companies contributed significantly to J-City's tax revenue, while Miss Dougherty was a socialite often seen at jewelry auctions and charity galas, mingling with top celebrities. Their son, Caden Dougherty, was referred to as the Prince of Zhengcheng. In contrast, the Burkes looked rather shabby. The man and woman both bore marks from manual labor, and although they were likely wearing their best clothes, there were still stains from sweat. According to the director, the couple worked at Zhengcheng No. 1 High School, the husband as a maintenance worker and the wife as a cleaner. In my previous life, my sister Asia chose the Dougherty family without hesitation. But now, she threw herself into the cleaner's embrace, as if afraid to fall behind. "Mom, take me away! I want to be your daughter!" From now on, I'll be called Asia Burke. As my sister excitedly spoke, I walked over to the Dougherty family. Thus, the choices were made, and we were taken away by our respective families. Leaving the orphanage, I heard the director muttering in puzzlement. Strange. Asia is usually so picky and ambitious. In the past, she wouldn't even look at prospective adoptive parents who dress normally. This time, a real wealthy family came, yet she didn't choose them. Why? The director didn't understand why, but I understood. In my previous life, my sister went to great lengths to be adopted by the Dougherty family, and became Asia Dougherty. She thought she would live like a little princess. Not to mention, she would have Caden, the Prince of J-City, as her older brother. You know, a wealthy young master and an adopted daughter is a common trope in romance novels, and living under the same roof can easily lead to feelings developing over time. However, Asia never expected that Caden was not only devoid of any brotherly tenderness, but was also extremely repulsed by her. I hate sycophants the most in my life. Don't think I can't see through you, you scheming mind. Aren't you after our family's money? At home, Caden bullied Asia. At school, he led a group of followers to torment her. Even if the Doughertys knew about it, they would at most give mild reprimands. They didn't particularly like Asia. They adopted her simply because a soothsayer told Mr. Dougherty that adopting a daughter would bring him good luck for the next 10 years. Between an adopted daughter and their biological son, the Doughertys naturally favored their biological son. While Caden bullied Asia, he was very kind to me, who was adopted by the Burkes. He saw me receiving scholarships, topping my classes, attending school during the day, and helping my mother clean at night, enduring hardships without complaint. Destiny Burke, this girl, is quite interesting. Just like in idol dramas, a rebellious rich young master fell in love with a persevering poor girl. Later, when the Doughertys passed away, during the division of the estate, Caden brought in a team of lawyers, and Asia was left with nothing, not a penny of the inheritance. A few months later, Caden married me. He even openly declared at the wedding, "Destiny, everything I have is yours now." Unfortunately, I wasn't able to enjoy Caden's wealth, because a few days later, Asia, driven to madness and despair, ran me over with her car. Back in this life, my sister chose the Burkes without hesitation. Though they didn't have vast wealth, there was no scheming or intrigue, and she could enjoy the unconditional love of her parents and grow up in a happy family. She would be cherished and protected by a wealthy young master due to her background, ultimately leading to a fairy tale wedding. She smiled at me and said, "Sis, this time, it's my turn to be the heroine of the romantic drama. You should experience what I've been through."